Welcome back to Heal and Learn, everyone. This is Zorina, and it's Tuesday again. I am welcoming Alfredo Diaz, Cards of Truth and Holistic Coach. Today, we're going to look at another week in Cards of Truth, the week of the 20th of April. What's the energy like, Alfredo? What are we going to be talking about?
Hi, Zorina. Thank you for having me again. We are finishing today with the diamond. We had the diamond, all the set of 13 cards, but today is we are wrapping up with the Ace of Diamond. I think that this is a very good day to think about our own values, how is our worth, our self-worth is in a good shape. What is the state of our self-value? And I'm telling you that because tomorrow we're going to start the clubs, tomorrow, Wednesday, the 21st. And in this transition, it's good to migrate, let's say that way, knowing the best possible in our conscious who we are, who are we.
If I may just wrap up what we talked about until now so that people know how the cards of truth are rolling day by day. So we're going to put a link below where they can check the card of the day. And But also you explained last time and the time before that the cards of truth are actually going backwards. So we start each period with the highest card, with the king, and then we go downwards, queen, jack, 10, and so on. And so we are now at the end of the period, ace of diamonds. Until now we were talking about values, but the ace is always the self. Yeah. So, okay. So I just wanted to give a quick
My goodness,
wrap up.
I'm impressed. You are teaching me. No, I'm glad that you really are. You're very, yeah, what you're saying is exact the way it is. Yeah, we are finishing with the diamond. And the importance to the diamond is, and today because it's Ace of Diamond, it has to do with you, is how conscious you are or do you feel about yourself? And the formula or there are like 2-3 elements is take into consideration your wishes, your desires, and your awareness about yourself. The more that you are aligned with these 3 elements, you are more conscious about yourself, your wishes, your desires. And those, I will say these 2 are very important in the sense that the more that you lead your life close to your wishes and your desires, the more you are more aligned with your conscious. How do you get more, how do you maybe can ask yourself, maybe I'm not following my wishes, maybe I'm following others people's wishes, because when we live in the subconscious, when maybe we don't meditate, maybe we don't get in contact with the divine, we are living in I will say, a programming mode. Mm-hmm. You know, we will learn to react.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just going to quote somebody that I watched today who has a channel on cryptocurrency, and he starts his channel by saying, "Welcome to another day in the Matrix." So it's something like that.
Exactly. When we are programmed, we live in like a matrix. Mm. Our parents, they help us, you know, giving us values. Our teachers, our siblings, especially the oldest one. even when we are in an environment, our community, in our job, everyone, every company, every institution has their own values. But the most important values is your own values. And your own value has to be aligned with your happiness, with your wishes and your desires. And this it seems to be that it's an information that is coming from the universe, and it's coming from inside out. So the more conscious we are with ourselves, because we know better ourselves, the less we depend on the matrix. And remember last week you asked me a question that I think I need to add something, is the number 3. The number 3 is when you question yourself about what are you doing is the right thing. That's why I'm gonna make an example. When you are raising a child and they are in the teen, like a teenager going to be a young adult, sometimes there are so many, I'm not gonna say fight, but there are many arguments between the kids and the parents, because they are getting their own values. They are like opening their wings, going out of the nest, testing themselves. Okay, what I'm trying to say is be more authentic, engage more with your conscious, and to be more conscious is meditating more, because the more that you meditate, the more that you are in contact with the universe, and we get the great message from the divine. That is the importance. Yeah,
I have a few words to say on meditation here, if you allow me to interrupt a bit.
Of course.
So, as you all know, to meditate means to contemplate, to think about things. It's not necessarily that you're in sunk in the omnipresence of the universe and doing something very shamanic, as people perceive shamanism to be. Although I'll tell you that it's not what you perceive it to be, because I've been participating in Shaman Joe Greenland's sessions for quite a while, and meditation has nothing to do with what you imagine shamanic meditation to be.
Yeah.
But meditation, it's really a lot about contemplation, unless you're doing it at night, which is sleep meditation. Basically, you can use sleep time to answer your questions, to program certain things in your life, and that's the best time to meditate, because you go through all the cycles of brainwave activity. And so you connect directly to the divine at night. Of course, you can meditate during the day, but it's not the optimal time. During the day, you can just sit and contemplate, and that's a good enough meditation to think, what do I value? What is important to me? And from this point on, your desires will spring. And it shouldn't be the other way around. Actually, you should question your desires. Why do I want to go on a vacation on a yacht or something like that? And then you will realize that maybe these are not your values that are causing your desire, but somebody else's values, what you just said, Alfredo, about the programming. So it actually starts, I would say, from contemplating and deciding what your values are, and then come the real desires.
Yeah. Maybe you can answer a question that I have.
Sure.
No, what happened is, Zorina, in my own experience, not before and when I'm going to sleep, of course, I always think, or I'm trying to do the meditation, as you said, because I'm disconnecting from the world.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened is, between midnight and in the morning, when sometimes you wake up, is when the solution of my problems or some great ideas come to my mind, it struck my mind and say, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't know how that, I mean, this is the way it works for me. I'm
Works like
mentioning
that
that,
for a lot of people.
excuse me?
It works the same way for a lot of people. Actually, it's not such a big science what you need to do before you go to sleep. You just have to contemplate and think seriously and with desire to answer your question or to solve your problem. And then even if you don't do any technique, if you have the pure desire to get an answer and to be determined and to believe that you will get the answer, you will get it, even without a technique.
I think this is the communication with the divine.
Yes.
And that has to do with the Ace of Diamond. So it's a good day to meditate tonight. And we can do that every single day. We don't have to wait on every one of diamond to do it.
Yeah.
But I think today, which is the energy is when the Ace of Diamond is a good moment to do it.
Yeah, and to maybe contemplate and make a list of what you value and what you won't make a compromise with in your life.
Especially because tomorrow, starting with the King of Clubs and until the end of the month, I think we're gonna finish with the 4 of clubs because the length of the this month is until the 30th. It's a good combination when you have when you are clear in your values, what you want to accomplish, what are how they are aligned with your desires and wishes. And then when you enter in a mental in the mental energy fashion for the end of the month, you can be more practical and execute many of the things that comes from the universe. So I think it's a good combination between the diamonds and the clubs when you understand what is valuable and then how to get executed. As a matter of fact,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
I was going to move on with the other cards the following days, but please finish.
Yeah, well, it has to do with that. I mean, they are, you know, remember when we talk about compatibility in loving relationships, in the real world, when you had couples or you are partnered, don't think about loving relationship, but partnership. And you had diamond people with clubs people together. They are the ones that move the business in the world, mostly. It doesn't mean that the space doesn't do it, doesn't mean that the hard people doesn't do it. It's because they are very practical. The most practical relationship between the suits are the clubs and the diamonds, because the clubs are the thinkers. Yeah. The clubs say, okay, this is valuable. Let's write a book. And the club is the one that ground the intention in the thinking, which is given by the clubs. That's why a good writer needs somebody that do the job to make real a book with all the things to make an example. Or maybe you have a great idea, but you don't know how to ground it. The diamond do that for you. So now we are finishing this cycle of diamonds. We are going to start with the cycle of clubs. And it's great because talking about individually, especially because today is Ace of Diamond, you may be thinking, what are what are the ideas that you can put in place in order to concrete or monetize or make it real something that you have in mind that you will be working in the next 10 days, I think. It makes sense to you?
Absolutely. Shall we go with the next days briefly of the week?
Yes, the next days we're gonna have Wednesday at the 21st is gonna be the king. That energy is good to get isolated and think about your desires and what do you want to put in place, and get rid of, because king also has to do with the 7, and saying I need to make the tough decision. I'm gonna discard this, maybe some ideas that you have from your parent and that they are no longer valid. It says, I'm sorry, dad, I'm sorry, mom, but I'm gonna follow my own ideas. This is what I want. I'm discarding this and this. Then the queen is in the 22nd. It's a great energy. Remember, sometimes we said the queen of a club is the one that is like the author of the Harry Potter. So the queen, that day, the 22nd, is great day for you to do to put in paper and get focused and say, I'm gonna do exactly this one. And have the plan, and the job that I'm gonna do is this. Then and the 23rd, you're gonna have the jack. So you have to find the elements, that energy that you need for the creation of your idea that you want to get focused on. So the queen said, it has to do this, and the jack, well, I need the elements, I need the force, I need the people, I need these resources, and I need this to get created. So then you're gonna have all the numbers from 10 to the 4 working for your idea. The 10 is the perseverance that you need, which is in the 24. Thinking, I mean, all the mandatory action, non-negotiable, that you have to be patient, because sometimes things take times. And sometimes they are tough, so you have to have endurance. So this day is the 24th, is the day to think how to overcome obstacles with your strengths, and have the temperance to, support the setbacks. The 9 is very good if you have an open business and you want to close it. The 25th is good day, because they have the energy of the 9 of clubs. 9 of clubs is when you sign a contract, when you finish your job, your book. When somebody in their job is, they said, I need this job done, and I need it well concluded. The 9 of club is that one. The 8 of clubs, that energy also belongs to it's aligned with the king. It's when you that energy is when you had new ideas based upon the ideas that you had that are no longer valid. After you, I will say this way, after you decide what are the ideas no longer valid, and you say, from this 10, I'm gonna keep 3. So you work in these 3 only. So this is the energy for the 8 of clubs in the 26. And the last day of this week, that week, in the 27, is the 7 of clubs. So that day is very good for eliminating the 7 ideas with the example that I told you. You have 10 ideas, you get 1 or 2 or 3 and get rid of the other 7 that it will be the distraction or they will get in your energies and so on. So more or less in a very quick explanation, the energies are gonna be in that way. Makes sense to you, Zorina?
Mm-hmm. Let's see how the days evolve and whether I'm feeling these energies. Like
Yes.
I can't give you an exact example about a day, but I was following, and there was something that you said about the 14th was indeed a special day that we talked about last week. The 12th, the 14th, they had very strong energies.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, we talk about the cryptocurrency for the 13 and 14. I haven't reviewed it, but I don't know if you follow that up in regards to the cryptocurrency.
It was going up at that time, but we'll see. Let's talk about it another time when I'm more prepared with the trends.
Yeah. No, but anyhow, because we talk about that because we were talking about diamond. Also, we touched about the 7 of diamond, which is the millionaire card.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And we were talking, you want to bet, this is good to bet, but remember, bet, put the money that you are willing to lose. And don't blame to us because we are not financial experts. But the 7 of diamond is always a good card for betting. But also they are a card that also can cause damage to the financial health of a company or your pocket. So we have a very interesting end of April, I will say, because we are talking about values. We are talking about our conscious. You can see how everything is related because everything is energy, and how important we had our values, in a very conscious manner. The more authentic we are, the more that we like ourselves. The more that we like ourselves, the more that we engage ourselves, and we embrace everything that we do. So we don't feel lost. We feel power. We feel awareness of our life.
Yeah, and you also mentioned it's under the umbrella of the hearts. So these diamonds that we're just finishing, and then the clubs that are starting, are all under the umbrella of the hearts. So
that's correct.
What does that mean exactly?
Well, everything is connection. When we are in the diamond, what connection are worthwhile? It's like please pick the connection that really they are worth it. Now, with the clubs and hearts, they do very good. They are very romantic, by the way. Because it's like, let's say this example, Romeo and Juliet, or maybe, and good writing a poem.
But wait a second, it actually becomes more romantic when they become spades. When spades and hearts are more romantic than, that's what you said once.
Yeah, the spades, I'm impressed. You are learning very good. I like spades and hearts. They are an excellent match. Like the clubs and diamonds, they are excellent match. They are more functional. The other one are more romantic because they are more closed. Because a spade is more yourself, and the other one is the connection. But the connection, be together.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get the point. The best connection possible in the partnership are spades and hearts, and clubs and diamond.
But we're not going to have in this cycle hearts with spades, or we already had it at the beginning of March.
We had it at the beginning, and we are gonna have it May 1st.
Aha.
Yeah, May 1st we start with the 5 of the spades.
Okay. Aha.
So, but this is gonna be for the for our
Yes. Okay.
for the other week. We're gonna start with that. But answering the question in regard, what is the meaning that we have, the umbrella in springtime with the heart is connection. We can ask, because today is finishing, it doesn't mean that you don't have to do it tomorrow or after tomorrow, but do I have the right connections? Those right connections that allows me to do my job better, to improve myself, or they had a better philosophy, or they had, more knowledge, something that gives me more value. And with the clubs, it could be connection that have to do with loving things, because they are very good in such matter, in loving partnership, also in partnership, but also in the mental, in your mind, and mentally talking. Do you love the job that you are doing? Maybe it's the question for beginning tomorrow. Do I love the job that I'm doing? Do I love the philosophy that I'm following? And I'm aligned with the ideas that I really like it? The connection that I have with the people, do I connect it with the right people in my job, in my philosophy, in my aspirations? This is the energy that is running right now.
Awesome. I loved our talk today.
I love it too.
Very cool. So we're putting again the link below to the website where people can check the card of the day and their own card, their own birth card.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
I mean, remember when we talk about the cards, is the person that was born that day is the birth card. Okay.
Yeah.
And you had everything underneath that. I mean, maybe in one point in time, we're going to talk more about how the energies for every particular person runs, because the birth card is something, and there are 13 cards for everyone that defines all the aspects of their life.
Yeah.
You just touching the
pinnacle of the cards. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so for everybody, you can go to Alfredo's profile on Heal and Learn. I'll put the link below as well, because he gives amazing readings using the cards of truth. Really, like, super deep. You'll be surprised. You haven't had such a reading, I'm sure. Thanks again, Alfredo.
Thank you, Zorina.
See you next week.
See you next week. Thanks.